Let's take a look at write-offs in AMSI. A write-off is used to remove a legitimate charge off of a resident's ledger. In our example, our resident was charged a $150 pet fee because his pet was going to move into his apartment at our community. However, only 2 weeks after moving in, his pet fell gravely ill and had to move out of his apartment. After our resident explained the situation to our community manager, the manager agreed that this was sufficient reasoning to remove the pet fee charge off of the ledger. So to begin, you want to select eSite, click Ledger, and select Write-Offs. Select the appropriate resident from the list, and the write-off screen will appear. In the date field, you want to input the date that you are writing the charge off. In most cases, this will be the current date, which the system will auto-populate. Now, as you'll see, AMSI is going to assume that you are going to be writing off every outstanding charge on the resident's ledger, and this isn't necessarily going to be the case. In our example today, you'll see that our resident has 2 charges on his account, a $150 pet fee and a $700 rent charge. Now today, we only want to write off this $150 pet fee, so we want to leave that in the amount to write off column. However, we want to remove the $700 because we want to leave that $700 due on his account. Now we'll have to accurately reflect this in our amount field, which is the sum of our amount to write off column. So in our example again, we're removing $150 for a pet fee. Leave the reference number field blank, and now you'll need to input a good description. It's imperative that a good description is inputted here because this is a removal of a legitimate charge. This was money that we had assumed was going to be collected, but now is not. So in our example, we would put per community manager, pet fell ill. So now we have a record of who is given the authority to remove the charge, the community manager, and the reasoning behind it. So now this is complete and you can click Save. And if we look at our resident's ledger, we'll see that the pet fee charge is gone and the only charge remaining on his account is a $700 rent charge. This concludes our tutorial on how to write off a charge.